Here we are ready to log into WordPress. You're going to put your username and your password and click login. After you've logged in and you arrive here at the dashboard to do a new post, there's a couple of ways to start. You can look at the menu over here on the left-hand side, the black. I find it's quicker to use this shortcut at the top and just look for the word new with a little plus sign in front of it. And you can drop down and add any one of these new items to the website. The one we're going to talk about today is at the very top is new post. So remember this shortcut, this little menu bar at the top in black, and click here. And that will get you started on creating a new post. I would just start using that shortcut every time. Saves you tons of time. Okay, so for this particular post, we are going to be blogging as one of the rabbit curators. The number one thing before you get started with anything on this page, scroll down, roll down, roll down, roll down. It's almost to the bottom. You're going to look for author. And there's a drop down right here, open it up, and you're going to see everybody who has any kind of authorship on this site. And this includes our rabbit curators. So today I am going to blog as one of the rabbit curators, and I'm going to pick Scarlett. And now whenever I post, it's going to have Scarlett's name on it and not mine, and that's really important. So we are going to scroll all the way back up to the top, and this is step 2. We're going to add the title of our post, and today it's going to be about Grandma's Antique Quilt. We're going to click on the body, and I have already created this article in a document offline. It's saved in an open office document, and I'm going to tell you right now you need to create all of your articles here, either in Microsoft Word or Open Office. I like Open Office. It's free. You can download it, go online, look for it. I recommend it highly. And whenever you create your article here, you can save it and keep it on your desktop or in a folder on your hard drive. Don't ever create a new article online and expect it to save it. I've lost more work this way. So create it offline. I'm going to highlight this, copy it, and then I'm going to paste it online. Paste. And there it is. Now you're going to see a funny thing happening. Sometimes there's some default information, there's some formatting that carries with this from OpenOffice or Microsoft Word. You just need to get rid of it. So this funny symbol is just a style format. We want to get rid of it, so I'm going to backspace and hit delete, and that just takes care of the whole thing. If you ever have any kind of conflict with the way it's looking whenever you publish it, you can always do a second thing. Toolbar toggle to open up the second line of editing tools. Highlight all of your text and come up here to this eraser, and when you hover it says clear formatting. That takes away all that background coding and it goes into a default setting for the website. So all of our copy will look like the rest of the text on the website. It just gives you a nice clean look. This is great having a post here, but I do want some imagery. So I'm going to click right in front of where it says in 2014 at the top of the article, go up to the Add Media button, and I want to insert a photograph. Now I can go on my hard drive, on my desktop, I can pull open the File Explorer. I can look here for any kind of other picture that I want. See, I've got some neat pictures here. And I have this one called Sample Quilt. This is already uploaded, but I'm going to upload it again just to show you. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to drag it. And see how the screen turns blue? Drop it. And it will automatically insert itself into our media library. I told you I had already uploaded it before. Here it is. Here's the one I just uploaded. And what it will do, if it's the same image, it has the same name. If you look over here, it'll add a -1 behind it. And so it lets you know that you've uploaded this before. See, this just says sample quilt JPEG. And the one I just uploaded says sample quilt -1. It just lets you know it's a copy. Okay? So in this case, it doesn't matter which one we use. I'm going to use this one. But I am going to show you something really quick. We talked about alt tags in the Add a New Product video. If you notice here, between the one I just added and the one that was there, there's no alt text on the new image. There is alt text on the old image, the pre-loaded image. This has to be added. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as the title. In this case, I had sample quilt. This needs to be descriptive to some degree, because if someone is using a cell phone, they're not in a strong area where they're getting a good signal. Sometimes images don't download onto their phone or onto their laptop. And so some little placeholder image will show up. It's just a little square with a squiggle in it. And this alt text will go right with it. And Googlebots see that. It has two very important attributes. One is that we want the viewer to see that there's supposed to be an image there, and they should download that information and look at it. And number two, the Googlebots see it, and this ranks us higher in Google searches online. So we want to attach as many tags and keywords and important pieces of information to these images as we can. Google is not like a human. It does not see images. It only sees data. So data, data, data. So we've got our image here. We've selected it. That blue check tells us we've selected it. You can select more than one. You hold down the Control key or the Command key if you're using Apple. And you click on the second image, and see now you got 2 check marks. So you can select more than one image if you want to select more than one image. If you want to take one off, click up here, and that just turns into blank. So you've only got one image ready to upload. So you can do a single image or multiple images. Insert it into the post. And this will be the same whenever you're working on anything, any post. Okay, this is the format. So you see that our type moved down here, and our picture is actually acting like a character and lining up in the row. We don't really want that. We want to look more like a catalog or a magazine. We want the text to show up at the top of the image, not at the bottom. So click on your image, and you see another little editing box that opens up, and you can do a few things. Right now we're just going to work with alignment. It is set on no alignment, and we want this particular image to align to the left. And look at that. Now the text wraps around on the right. And say, this is a really dominant image. We want it to be more prominent. We can click center. It stands alone on its own line with the text underneath it. Or we want to move it to the right and have all the text wrap around on the left. This is a really nice look. Again, it looks more like a magazine layout. It's got a really nice look to it for the viewer. We always want a picture. We always want at least one photo for every blog. A picture's worth 1,000 words, right? And this is very important, again, to all of our Google searching and also to our viewers. It's more interesting. Now, in our text, we can do a few things. Say we want to highlight the fact that we have more quilts on the website, so when they're done reading, and there's the mention of 430 quilts in this article, we want to link that to something else on our website. Okay, we're going to click up here where it says insert link. It's just a little chain, and this box will open up, and then we can paste in a URL. So I'm going to go over here really quick. This is the URL I want to paste in. I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to paste it here. And there it is. See the blue arrow where it says apply? Click that. And now you have a hyperlink right here. So your viewer just read this article. They want to know more about the quilts that we have online. And this link, they can click there, and it'll take them to where they can look at more quilts. All right. So our article is pretty much written. Look at it. We've got a title. It automatically populated the URL or the permalink, as it says here. And then we've created a nice piece of copy with an image. It's going to look fantastic. So before we publish, come over here to the right in this top box, we're going to look at a preview really quick. It's going to open up a new window and load, and we're going to see what this particular post is going to look like to our viewership. That looks pretty nice as a beginning post. And you can see here that our title is here. Here's our copy. Here's our image. Here's our little hyperlink we put in there for looking for more quilts. And here is our author. We changed it to Scarlett. And Scarlett also has another article out there that if you're really liking Scarlett's postings, you can go look at what else she's written. And this will continue to populate as we add more posts for every bunny. And this is how we build that curated collection and that whole following for all of our rabbits. Down here, here's a hyperlink for, again, more posts by Scarlett. Categories. We didn't add categories, and we didn't add tags. Ooh, see, we got to go back now. This is the preview screen. Go back to where it says Add New Post. We have not published this yet. So go down to Categories. Remember this box from our new product training? We're going to select Categories. And since this is Grandma's Antique Quilt, the first thing we're going to do is not select that one. We're going to select our author. We're going to go down and select Scarlett first because I want Scarlett to be the primary category for this blog. Okay, we're going to select quilts, and we're going to go back up and find antiques, and I think I'm even going to click vintage on this one. So now we have 4 categories, and Scarlett is the primary because she is the blogging bunny, and we're going to go down and add tags. And the tags, in this case, should come from your article. So let's scroll back up, take a look here. Oh my gosh, here's some great tags. Handmade heirloom quilt. That is a beautiful tag. It's very descriptive, very relevant to what this blog is about. Put in a comma. Go back up. Let's look for another one. Let's look for Quilt of Valor. That is a whole movement. See, it's talking about it up here, about Memorial Day quilts. We're going to copy that because, again, that's very descriptive and very relevant. We're going to paste it in as another tab. We're going to put another comma. And what else do we want to talk about? Is there anything else up here that is interesting? How about Marcia Strand? This article is written about Marcia Strand, so that seems to be a very relevant tag to put in. And we're going to go all the way to the end behind Quilt of Valor, and we're going to add that by pasting it in and click Add. And now these 3 tags are showing up here. Okay, and let's go ahead and publish this. After it refreshes, come back up here to the top, and you can click View Post here or View Post here. Makes no difference. Click on one of those links, and it will let you see what this post looks like now to the general public. Okay, so we've got Grandma's Antique Quilt, our copy, our image, our link. Here's Scarlett as the author, and now Grandma's Antique Quilt shows up as one of her posts, as well as May's Favorite Finds. Here's a link. People can see more about Scarlett, all the posts by her. Here's our categories now. They're populating. Antiques, Quilt, Scarlett, Vintage. And back over here to tags now, we've got these really nice, this is a long tail keyword or a long tail tag. Handmade heirloom quilt, that's pretty long. Marcia Strand, Quilt of Valor. So if anyone's searching on Google, pop in any one of these terms. Hopefully that will drive traffic to the website as we grow and we get more products and we get more traffic. And there you go. You just made a nice blog for one of our rabbit curators. So give it a try and come back here often if you need to refer to this video for any help, and you can always reach out to me. Good luck, everybody.